Okay, so this is the new tutorial. This is a handheld footage that is a bit more complicated than the previous ones. Different, but this one is a very good exercise because the camera is pointing up most of the movement, points down a little bit, and then points up again, so we don't have a lot of points on the ground. People moving, cars moving, so it's not very clear for the track to get like a good ground floor. I have the solution here, so you can see I have cars projected on all the buildings, on those 3 buildings here. So let's see how to do this. I will not go over some of the steps like in detail, because that's not the point. So what happened here? I have a grade to make it brighter, just to help the tracking. Then in this shot, I did a lens distortion to try to distort the footage. I did not on the previous ones because I knew that they were not very complicated. And well, the idea of this tutorial series, and I think all of the ones I'm gonna do in the future, to show people how to solve their shots quickly and deliver results quickly. And sometimes we don't need the full, super detailed, complicated solution. Sometimes for what we need to do like a good enough, and then that's it. If this is a shot that will need a very extremely precise tracking, then it will mostly go to match move department. And for projections and this kind of stuff we are doing here, the camera tracking Nuke is more than enough. So, but for this one, I decided to do the lens distortion and have it to help distort the footage to improve the quality of the camera tracking. So what's happening here? On the lens distortion, you need to, if you don't have a lens grid, which in this case we don't, you need to draw lines like I did here, where stuff would be straight. So I know that this line here on the wall, on this wall, should be straight. I know this one should be straight, and so on. So you draw a lot of vertical and horizontal lines. You can do this on different frames. Like I have something on frame 1115, and then I have also on frame 1001. So I have lines drawn here, see, on the ceiling here, on this wall. All right. As soon as you have all your lines drawn on on different frames, you can solve. Then when you solve, that's what you get. It will undistort the footage for you. This this footage, I know it will not have a lot of distortion because this is my camera and I know the lens. And this lens, I was actually shooting the cropped factor, so it was hitting only the central area of the lens, not the whole lens. So most of the distortion would be on the corners of the image. That's why we don't have a lot on this. All right, good. So from this point, let's do the camera tracking. We need to remember that we have a grade here that we added to help. It's just like to make the shadows brighter to help with the tracking. So let's see how this goes. Camera tracking. You just copy the 23.1 and 12.99. This exercise. So 23.5, 12.99, 3.1. Let me double check this. Yeah. All right, cool. Save the stuff. The version. All right, so have the camera tracking here. I do not know what means is this. Let's see the features. Let's bump this a lot. Let's make this a bit tighter also. Oops, not this. So this is what feature separation. If I put a lot, see, it will snap to contrasted points, and that's not good because you know it will snap to corners like this, and this is not good. If we put too little, it will be the same. So see, as we decrease the value, then it's totally spread. 20 goes to the corners a little bit more, so that's why the default is 12. So I think I'll just put like 13, 14. Okay, and I need it to be a bit stronger, so minimum length of each track or 4 pixels. Now let's see, this is good enough. I also have a frame range here because the footage itself is much longer. So I just reformatted to HD. This is 4K. Then I have a frame range from 1001 to 1200, just to avoid the camera tracking going all over the length of the footage. Let's see, this will be quick. Let's see. Just trying to get a lot of stuff in this, guys. Let's see how this goes. We can always clean and delete it. Let's see. The result will probably not be exactly the same as I did before, but that's not how things happen. I did it before so I could have like a clear way of doing stuff, so I don't have to make another 1 hour video here, so to try to make it a bit quicker. Let's see. Okay, solve. Ta-da-da. It's quite fast. Let's see. 1.44. So let's start working on the error. So 3. Let's just queue some of it. The unsolved are not useful for us now. Keep 3, not 4 here. I usually go slowly because I want to push the values down, but yeah, that's how I do because I don't want to push it too much and then lose the track. You have to do it again. 3. Right. Let's see if we spot any weird guy ourselves here. I'll lower this a little bit. See how now we are getting close to 1. Every little change here affects a lot of tracks. So, okay. So maybe we can try 0.5. A bunch of them again. 0.98. Pretty good. I think I can try to improve this a little bit. It's a lot. Let's see if it will break. No, 0.9. Yeah, so this is already considered good. But this one here, you know, it's not good because it's on the reflection, and the reflection moves in a funky way, so no good, no good. Let's kill the reflection, guys. No, 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 no. Let's see. Okay, no more of this crazy reflection. So this guy seems to be on a corner. This one here, let's see. Yeah, this is no good. Let's see. Let's see if we can spot any other strange guy. This guy is actually in a corner, so no, not good for us. Corner. Right, this crazy sky guy. No. It's also on the corner. Oh no. This one is actually inside of the element, so I'm gonna leave this one. This is in corner. Okay, so let's update solve. Okay, 0.86. See, it's improving. There's a lot of possible problems here. Oh, let's push this guy to 5. Take more. 0.85. It's already good. Let's see, 1.8, 1.5. Yeah, okay. Let's push a little more, 1.5, 2.2. Let's see. Maybe this will be too much. No, seems to be okay. Now that we have this in a good solving error, let's build the scene. We don't need the scene plus because we have the lens distortion already, so create a scene. Now I do have a camera here, and we can lock the camera, and what we are seeing now is the overlay, the wipe of the shot itself. See, we are seeing this guy, the lens distortion, and the scene with the point cloud. So we can go to the scene here, and we can rotate the whole scene, so the lines will kind of align more. So maybe we can, it will help us to. So let's rotate this guy, just to have the line matching the the sidewalk here, and see you can scale this in even more, maybe even more 100. So here what we need is to move it, so it will match there. So now we are moving the scene in like total numbers, total value. So let's see. Yeah, seems to be okay. Let's rotate this guy a little bit more, just to help with the alignment. Okay, maybe no, this one no. Okay, I think this one is also helping, right? Okay, so I am aligned here to the sidewalk and to this main sidewalk here. Okay, good. We need a scanline guy here to help us to, visualize how the rendering of the actual scene will look like. So let's do scanline. So this is the camera. This is our scene here. We can leave the this right now. We don't have anything here, so that's why we can't see anything. Let's give it some space. And what's the deal here now? as a camera tracking, sorry. So what's the deal? The idea is to position a bunch of points, a bunch of cards, so we can work with the shot. So let's do this right now. We have the camera here. We're gonna use my usual way, which is to keep the camera up and have points going down, because if I have projections, I can always connect with the camera here. So let's use this guy here that sometimes people forget or they're not very familiar. I really like this guy. I don't use it that often, but it does give you some really cool results in shots like this. All right, so I have this guy here. And how does it work? This is the model builder. We need to align stuff. So it, by default, it starts with the align option. And then you just pick a card or whatever geometry, and it's a click, and then you drag up or down to make it smaller or bigger. So now we are in the align mode. So let's push this guy here to the corner. Let's use this corner here. This guy to this corner here. This one. This one to this corner here. Where they match, where they encounter here. We can also do this if you need. And this little guy here. So I need to fix this one. It's a little bit off. So it should be actually here. Over here. Let's go to this one. Yeah, so this is a little bit off. So the point of this one is actually here. All right, let's follow the dark line. This, yeah, that fixes it. Now the perspective is okay. So how does it work? We need to add 3 more points and to give you guidelines, because it's trying to figure out in space where the card is. So that's why we need to give him a couple of frames so it knows where it is in 3D space. See the pink guideline? If you need, you can just move outside of the guideline, it's fine. But most likely the guideline will be correct. So it's already locking there, but we need to add 3 just for safety. So it's always good to go there, find your spot. I'm not gonna do it like 100% precise now, because that's not the point of the exercise. The point of this is to show how you guys do it. And then you guys can spend some time and do it properly. So there you go. Have a card there. Oh, nice. That is moving behind this stuff. It's all good. So let's do another one on this building here. That's moving behind this sign. All right, cool. So let's go to the card guy and click and push. You know, if you need it bigger or smaller, that's fine. Let's find a point. So let's do it on the corner of this window here, maybe. Oh no, let's do here. This little corner. This one on this little corner here. This guy here. And this guy here. All right. Just stick in there. Okay, cool. Okay. Let's see if it's all working as it should. Let's move a bit up. See, it goes completely crazy because it doesn't know in 3D space where this stuff should be. So that's why this is normal. Okay, so just follow the guideline. It's showing you the perspective lines. Try to understand where this guy is in 3D space. Okay, let's see. It's already sticking, but we need 3 points. So, whoops, this is good ones. See, this one needs a little bit of refinement. Okay, let's move to this one. Right, let's do this guy here. This was pretty much, it's fine. Let's do this guy here. All right, and we have, so the model builder has a cool trick. When you are in the model builder, it locks the camera. So you are in 3D space, basically looking at a locked camera. You cannot rotate around. You can go to 3D space and see. Representation of stuff. But yeah, but this card, it's too small and it's not on the window. Let's see, we need to change this window. How can we add another card here on this place that we have the location solved, but we don't want to have it again? So if you hold shift, see how there is this yellow box. It means that it will create the new card on the same surface of this card that we just solved. So you click and drag and make the card. Edit. Right, this one. Vertex selection. Okay, so oops, not that guy. Okay, so let's quickly make a similar geometry here. We can even go down to the default, that's fine. You need a very good camera for this kind of stuff, so you can actually trust it. And even the perspective, if the perspective is a bit weird, doesn't really matter, because you will be using the card to project stuff, so it doesn't really matter. It will be pretty similar to the actual shot. The buildings here are a little bit, you know, they're old, so whoops, no, they're not perfectly like straight or so. Okay, good. Take this guy. We don't need this. And this guy there. Yeah, so that's actually how the building is. All right, that's fine. Let's get our checkerboard frame. And so now what we have here on the scan line, let's hide the camera point clouds. We have the cards flying around, but we did the whole shot on an undistorted plate, so we need to apply the distortion again, which is redistort. And now let's do our usual thing. Let's jump the grading that was done only to help the camera. Right. So then we can have like a half transparency stuff. When you have this shot like working, you can add as many geometries as you need. You can, once the camera is done, there are several ways to approach a solution for the shot. So sometimes you will spend more time just doing 2D tracking instead of doing one good camera track. Because I don't know, maybe supervisor will ask, I can remove the window on the building on the left. I say yes, that's just a simple 2D track and done. And then he asks, okay, so let's remove the one on the bottom as well, and then you do another one. So sometimes you have to judge it by yourself, but sometimes if you just have a good camera track, and you see that maybe the shot will be changed more, they will change their mind, it's just easier to have this stuff done, because, you know, then you can do whatever they want very quickly. And yeah, that's it. I hope this one helped you guys to use the model builder. Very useful. You can use it in a bunch of ways. So you have the card here, you can do projections, you can do cleanups, whatever you need with this model builder technique. And that's it. I'm gonna follow through with the list I'm planning to do, and the next series will be on King tools. Now I have 5 videos on camera tracking, so I think this will be enough for now. If you guys want more videos like this, just make a comment on the comment section, and we can have a chat there, and then we'll see what's, you know, people want more. King tools, maybe it's too niched, but I really think it's a very powerful tool that everyone should learn. So yeah, so leave a comment and then we can discuss the next steps.